Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to Season 3, Episode number 22 of Be With Me. We've been making some connections in John chapter 15 about the true vine. And yesterday we connected our joy, love, and obedience to His love and obedience and joy. And basically staying connected and abiding in that maple syrup that is connection with God. I want to mention that occasionally this podcast gets some negative feedback with people that are not believers. And basically the argument is that you guys Christians can't just be friends with God. You can't have this intimacy. You can't know this mystery, or the mystery doesn't even exist. That this is basically to them mumbo jumbo. And I'd like to tip my hat to them today, because I feel very similar response today, the awe of knowing God and being friends with God. You'll see what I mean. This is John 15, and I'm going to start with verse 12. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. So verse 13, greater love has no one than this, that someone laid down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what the master is doing, but I have called you friends. For all that I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you, that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should abide, and that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give to you. These things I command you, so that you will love one another. All right, so here we go. This is Thursday, and it's known as Maundy Thursday. It's a Latin word means commandment. It's also given a couple chapters ago in John chapter 13, verse 34. So it's not a new concept, but he's repeating this commandment. The commandment is to love one another. That's an old commandment. The new part is as I have loved you. And then he defines what he means by that in verse 13, which is to lay down your life, lay down his life for, and then here's the connection part, for his friends. And then verses 14 and 15, he develops that Jesus wants us to be his friend. Now, it's a relatively unusual thing. In the Old Testament, only two people are called friends of God, and David isn't even one of them. It's Abraham and Moses. So the entire Old Testament, maybe he made more friends with this, but at least he didn't call anybody friends. And here he makes 11 friends all at once. Now here's the problem. He tells us what being a friend is. One part is laying down his life. So that's a characteristic of friendship. And then the second part is what happens in verse 15. I've called you friends, and then it's this revelation part. All that I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you. So you probably have some friends, and friend is a person that you share intimacies with. Revelation of yourself. You get together with them, you have lunch, you tell them what's important to you, you ask what I should know about, you have interesting conversations or something that interests them. And these are intimacies, these inquiries and explorations and sharing experiences that Jesus now says that he has a new relationship, if you will, or a new term for the relationship, because he has made known all that the Father has shown him. So we've done 365 plus episodes of Be With Me, and we've kind of really our butts been in the butter tub, because we started in the Gospels really by accident, and it's been a very Jesus-centric experience. Well, he's telling us here now, is all along he's been giving us intimacies and making known the Father, and then very shortly here he's going to make known the Spirit. So these essential and core elements of friendship he is accomplishing. So now Jesus is going to make 11 friends, and I think by extension, all of us, of interest in just a few minutes, maybe in an hour or two. All these guys, these 11 friends, are going to abandon him, which is just amazing. So I'm sobered today by the claim of friendship, just like the critics I have of this a podcast. I understand and I appreciate this. Here we find Jesus choosing us and appointing us and asking us to bear fruit and continuing to abide so that we bear fruit. He's repeating and summarizing what happens in verse 5 and verse 7, where he asks us to ask in his name. So I'm a little blown away, just like the critics of this podcast, that God shows me, that the whole thing of election, that is beyond my pay grade and beyond my understanding. That Jesus makes known the Father and reveals the Father, both in words and in character, and even in this sacrifice. Yes, that blows me away too. That Jesus makes friends out of these relative knuckleheads in the New Testament and a couple knuckleheads from the Old Testament. Yes, that amazes me as well. So this whole idea of, is there a possibility of friendship with God, of revelation, of sacrifice? I agree with my critics. This is awesome and almost unbelievable. And I am left this morning with a bit of awe. I am awestruck that I could possibly be a friend of God. I hope you are too. Thank you for listening. I'll see you tomorrow, you friends of God.